I almost just screwed that up. That was actually kind of easy. What's up, guys? Nolan here, and I'll just make this as clear as possible from the beginning. I do not know what time the rogue squad spawns where, so this video will not include that, and that makes them almost impossible to focus farm until we get that information. If that's news to you, then heads up, the rogue squad spawns are based off of specific time. Based on that time, they will be at a specific area on a specific map, and we do not know those times. However, what I am discussing today is on the occasion when you run into them by chance, or when we do eventually figure out those times, you will have an idea of what to do, as well as a best case scenario for how to loot them when you do, making for the closest thing to a farm that we can get right now, including one on customs where if you get lucky enough for them to spawn there at the right time, it absolutely is a farm, so that's why I titled this video this title. Most of us will run into these guys by accident, in which case the way that they act is important to understand. The instant that they see you and you are in range, they will shoot at you, and they are deadly. They are insane. They are the rogues on crack, which makes sense since they are the bosses, because after that first volley, if they didn't kill you with it, and if you are close enough to them, both Knight and Big Pipe will run you down. So just fingers crossed that you didn't get a heavy bleed or a bleed in general, because you have seconds to fix that. If they see you while they're running you down and they have a shot, then you have maybe a second at best to either turn both of their lights off or be somewhere else. Normal high-level Tarkov boss behavior here. All of them are killer level, maybe worse. You will not win an even fight with them. You have to get them coming around a corner, hope for desync, hope they're already hurt, opening a door, or fighting someone else, or healing. You have to get them distracted. Now, like other bosses, I have noticed them getting stun locked, thankfully, so there's that, but you cannot let them get a single shot off or else you are dead. Also, they do seem to have a set perimeter that they can move in, meaning they don't follow you forever, even though it might seem like they do. It's a big perimeter. Now, when it comes to that timing, it's essential for farming, so I'll explain why I don't have that time. Apart from if some data miners find those times, I don't see any real way to be able to confidently find the times they spawn on certain maps this early or even in the next few weeks. It will likely be months before we get a good idea. The reasoning behind that is because they are such a rare spawn. The only way someone can track the times is if you had a recording, so I'm thinking we pay attention to any time a streamer runs into them and then run back into the VOD to see what time and map they're on. Because let's be honest, who remembers what specific time that was once you're in raid? And if you check your time, you will only see the countdown to when the raid ends, not the actual time of day of that raid. Also at home, if you want to help, if you have rewind or shadow play on, then you can try and clip it yourself. So yeah, no conclusive information on when the rogue squad spawns where yet, but I do know everything else about them, so let's get into it. The rogue USEC boss squad, aka the GOON squad, is the most difficult group of NPCs in the game, hands down. Interestingly, they do turn into a middle of the pack group if you know what you're doing, so hopefully this helps. When it comes to spawns, the GOON squad spawns on Lighthouse, Woods, Shoreline, and Customs. As of right now, the spawns that we know about are the Northern Villa and Water Treatment Plant on Lighthouse, the Fortress Area on Customs, the Scav Bunker Hill with the big antenna on Woods, and the Weather Station on Shoreline. Make sure to thank the wiki for those locations and check to see if they figure out the times while you're at it, as they might have figured out the times by the time this video is posted or later. Now, that dangerous perimeter around these spawns looks something like this for each of the location. Again, Knight and Big Pipe will run you down if they spot you in this general area. So if any of them shoot at you, just know that you have seconds to be ready to fight both Knight and Big Pipe together. And just know at the same time, Bird Eye is probably sitting back there somewhere trying to line up a shot on you. So you need to be able to maneuver to good cover and fight Knight and Big Pipe close up while not allowing Bird Eye to have a long range shot on you. Now getting to the good stuff, the only thing that even resembles a farm for the rogue squad in my mind is on Customs specifically. If you happen to be there at the right time and you do hit the chance that they spawn and you're at the right location, you have an almost guaranteed kill on Knight and Big Pipe. While it's up to you if you want to go after Bird Eye, but that guy is sneaky as hell and he doesn't miss. He really is a killer Sturman combo. He's insane, but I do have a strategy for him, which we'll get into in a minute. So on Customs, if they're there at the fortress, you can move over to Crack House and bait them through the window. But you need to be moving with the expectation that your head is about to be blown off. You need to move quickly past that until they start to shoot at you, which they will shoot through the windows. You'll hear it, and then you can move to the hall. The thing that worked for me was crouching behind this couch. Knight and Big Pipe will rush you and only take these stairs here. Just hold the door and spray through it if you want, as sometimes you will even kill both of them through the door because they stand way too close to each other when they're about to go through the door. From there, unless Bird Eye decided to move up to these containers and you don't have any other players that are moving up on you, you can loot them both and head out the back and around. My advice from there is to not go after Eye, take the win. But if you did want to go after him, then he will be in the open area around the pits and the tractors somewhere. Your guess is as good as mine, and if you guess wrong and stand still for more than about half a second, he will take your head off. The only thing that comes even close to a farm would be grenade spam, but you need to figure out where he is first. So wait for a scav, because he does shoot at AI scavs if they come over there, or another player to aggro him, or get your least favorite friend to run over there and see if they can find him. If you're rolling solo, run from solid cover to solid cover until you get an idea. Now, if you're really lucky that he doesn't hit your head and your armor can tank a couple 308 shots, then you'll figure out where he is. From there, get a grenade in his direction. You'll usually hear him yell, and just hope that it's close enough, if not right on top of him, to time it for when the grenade goes off and peek him. You'll hopefully catch him running from the grenade if you're lucky and get him there. However, if you are off with the grenade and he is not running from it, or if you haven't found him yet, he can at any time double headshot you through some grass or a weird angle that only an AI would get with an SR-25 or a bolt action rifle that he somehow shoots insanely fast. And he really does not miss, no matter what you are doing. Now, their gear is of course insane, all level 5 or 6 with late game guns and late game ammo. One thing to note though is that their guns are always mid durability, 50%, maybe 70% if you're lucky, never mint. I also have only seen Big Pipe with the new grenade launcher once, but that was just the times that he had shot at me, so maybe I got lucky, because there were a lot of times where I was just trying to find these guys and either Knight or Eye would just take me out. I wouldn't even know where Big Pipe is. That one time that I did see him have it, he chased me down with it and it was terrifying. Almost every situation that I've been able to loot him, he had an MCX shooting M62 or AP. Now, I did see him with the old grenade launcher and a ton of ammunition for it though, a couple times. Also, yes, he does run around with the pipe in his mouth. It's pretty funny. Knight surprisingly does not always have his Scar H. Sometimes he does have a 308 MDR. Again, with the high level armor, except for the mask, as the mask is only level 1, high ricochet chance. Both Knight and Big Pipe have unique armored rigs, while Eye has a unique backpack and rig. All of them have patches and dog tags of USEX and bears all over their gear. It looks really cool. Then I have honestly only been able to loot Eye one time. I've killed him a couple times, but not been able to actually go and loot him. The one time I was able to loot him, he had this really cool bolt action rifle and the M4. And then again with the level 5 armor and the unique rig, but not a armored rig. So yeah, all three of them high level gear for some high level bosses. For sure, worth your time if you're in a position to risk it. So in conclusion, the best farm in my mind is that Customs Crack House one. At the very least, if you spawn over there and you're one of the first people there, you should go into Crack House and run by the windows a couple times if you need to get over to the fortress. That way you don't walk into the middle of all three of them. Then once they shoot at you, just run back and wait for them to open the door, and you've got Knight and Big Pipe waiting for you right there. I've got all of the new areas for the lighthouse expansion figured out, so the whole island is open except for the lighthouse building itself. We're going to talk about all of that tomorrow, because I did have a hint somewhere that maybe there was going to be an event today, so that's why I wanted to wait. As of the recording of this video, nothing has changed with that. So again, we will talk about all of that tomorrow. However, until then, I hope your wipe is going well, and have fun if you're going after the Goon Squad. Quick plug here for the Pray for Wipe and Sons of Soon shirts and hoodies. Link below if you like what you see. Thank you guys for the support. But for more Tarkov news and content, follow me on Twitter or check out these playlists here. If you like this video, then you know the drill. Please subscribe. I really appreciate the people who do. If you're looking for people to play with, check out our Discord. Links below if you're interested. Otherwise, I hope you have a nice day. See you guys.